Well, none of it is good. The fires are still utterly out of control, most of them. The two biggest ones keep growing. We keep getting updates from CAL FIRE. The Palisades fire is now above 11,000 acres. The Eden fire above Pasadena is now above 10,000. And they're not just burning through woodlands or grassy hillsides, they're burning through actual neighborhoods, both of them. We have more than 120,000 people evacuated. They are filling into hotels. They are calling up friends and family, trying to find a place to stay. And it is starting to really paralyze life in our second largest city.
We just want to mention for those who are watching right now on YouTube and, of course, on our Bloomberg original streaming channel, that what you are seeing right now is a live shot of the fire. So we're not quite exactly sure of the location here, but obviously within the area that we've been talking, the Pacific Palisades, Pasadena, those general areas. But that's what we're seeing right now.
David, I'm racking my brain here trying to come up with a recent historical corollary to this, historical precedent to the scale of this evacuation and how many people and structures and homes are at risk here, and I can't do it. Is this unprecedented, or do we have historical examples of when fires have threatened and indeed devastated areas such as this in the past?
It's funny you say that, because I was having this conversation with Ned a few minutes ago, and honestly, I think the closest thing that you can compare this to is the 1994 Northridge earthquake in LA.
I thought of that.
I mean, in terms of a natural disaster of this scope affecting so many people, that's probably it. California, we've endured so many bad wildfires in the last decade, but most of them have been in rural areas, not in a major city like this. And yeah, this is something different.
Mark Gongloff, I want to bring you in. I've been watching your face on the monitor, and you're shaking your head here. I feel like you, me, Tim, we have these conversations of just when we think it can't get any worse, it certainly feels like it can.
Yeah, it's really grim. And when we were talking about things that are unprecedented, one of the things one of the scary things about these fires is that they didn't exist Tuesday morning. Like 36 hours ago, they didn't exist. All we had was a warning from the Weather Service that there were going to be strong Santa Ana winds, maybe the strongest ever, the strongest since at least 2011, when there were some really devastating ones. And they warned that there was an extreme risk of wildfire. And this is the first time that the National Weather Service has ever warned of an extreme wildfire risk in the lower 48 states in January ever. And so right away you got the sense, well, this could be really bad. And, we hoped that it wouldn't be, but it has turned out to be as bad, if not worse, than we expected.
Santa Ana winds, Mark, nothing new, as you write in your piece. What's unique about this moment in history, the development of this area, and what's been happening in the broader climate over the last 3 decades or so that create this really combustible mix?
Yeah, it's a toxic mix, as you say. Santa Ana winds, wildfires, those have been part of California life for forever. The difference now is that climate change has made a lot of factors much worse. So you get a lot of rain and snow and during those seasons, and that is great. It produces you get a lot of water, but it produces a lot of plants. And then during the summer and fall seasons, when you're not having any rain, the air is hotter, the air is drier. All these plants that grew during the spring are drying out and providing kindling for these fires. The air is drier, which makes it more combustible. The other big problem here is that we have built millions of homes in the wildland-urban interface, where maybe wildfires used to just burn and only affect plants and trees. Now the houses themselves are serving as kindling for these fires, and so you have these fires that are hotter than usual, moving faster than usual, and they're jumping to houses which are burning and then creating their own kindling to spread the fires even faster. And it's a scary situation.